Good morning. Welcome to Quantum Online Academy. This is your Dr. Nagaraju Pendam. Today we are taking another important question that is from the tensors. Already we are under the mathematical methods of physics of the CSIR syllabus. In CSIR advanced mathematical methods of physics. In advanced mathematical methods of physics, I told yesterday what are the syllabus is there because from the last to second topic this is the tensors. One more important question topic is there, that is the introductory to group theory, special unitary group and special orthogonal group or special rotational group is there. So maybe a couple of days in the month of December how to wind up the mathematical methods of physics, entire mathematical methods of physics whole portion from each and every word. One topic I took and uploaded in our YouTube channel, live classes. This is not uploading class, this is the live class, not editing. Directly I am teaching to you. Why I am teaching like this means, so you able to understand how I am teaching, what is my standard, whether it may be understandable to you or not, you have to check it. If you really understand it, this you able to try to understand all these things, you take my institute app and purchase it, and you have to learn the entire the portion is there in our app. Clear? So for that purpose only I am teaching in the YouTube. So please share and subscribe to your friends who are preparing the CSIR and GATE and otherwise any competitive exam after the MSc. Right? Now we will see, today we have to see about the tensors. So tensor is very important. Tensor is nothing but a vector, right? So if you have to take a 0 rank tensor is a scalar, and the 1 rank tensor is a vector, and the second rank tensor is the stress tensor, like that. So many inertia tensor like that is second rank tensors are there. If the third rank tensor is the epsilon is the third rank tensor, like that so many tensors are there, right? Suppose you have to take the tensor, the magnitude is existing but multi directions you have to take, and each and every direction also you have to consider. So there is a that type of quantity we call it as a tensor quantity. Clear? Now we will see in Telangana state eligibility lectureship exam 2012 they are asking one question. If the quantities a bar I in x bar I frame are related to the quantities aj in xj frame by the relation a bar I is equal to dou x bar I is divided by dou xj. Dou x bar I is divided by dou xj. This is not a subscript, this is the superscript, right? Once you have to see dou x bar I is equal to dou x bar I is divided by, you have to take I. So this I you have to cut it, dou x bar I is divided by dou xj into aj. So then aj is called what? What is this? Tensor they are asking. They are giving the just definition of the tensor they are giving. What they are giving? Just definition of the tensor they are giving. Once you have to see, if the quantities a bar I, two reference frames are there. Suppose you have to take one frame a1, A2, A1 superscript, A2 superscript, A3 superscript, A4 superscript, AN superscripts are there in which frame? In which frame? So these are XJ frame are there. That is the AJ you have to take. AJ. So where it is there? XJ frame are. This is one frame of reference. Why? Because Einstein introduced to explain the relativity. So that's why this is the tensor phenomena came to the world. Already I told in our app all these classes, once you have to listen in our app also. Now one more frame is there, another frame, a bar 1, a bar 2, a bar 3, a bar 4 and so on, a bar a bar I. So these are there in which frame? X bar I frame. So two frames of reference are there. This is the one frame, right? frame of reference. This is the xj frame. This one is x bar I frame is there. There is a transformation loss are there. What are the transformation loss? There is a relation between the one frame to another frame, x bar frame to x bar I frame, x bar I frame to xj frame, xj frame to x bar I frame. So there is a transformation loss are there. So in the transformation loss, varieties of the variant of vectors are there. The first you have to see covariant vector. Which vector you have to see? Covariant vector. You have to take a covariant vector or covariant tensor. Covariant tensor once you have to see. What is the covariant tensor? So covariant tensor, how we have to write? Suppose you have to take a suffix beta. A suffix beta is equal to, what we have to write here? A suffix beta is equal to, which one we have to take? A bar suffix beta or A bar suffix mu you have to take. I am writing the notation mu. A bar suffix mu is equal to, which one we have to take? In the denominator you have to write the suffix dou x bar mu. Dou x bar mu is divided by dou x alpha into A alpha. This is the definition of the covariant tensor. Here A alpha is a covariant tensor of rank 1. Rank 1. Covariant tensor of rank 1. What is the rank? Rank 1. This is the covariant definition. Now you have to see the contravariant tensor. What is a contravariant tensor? Which one we have to take? Contravariant tensor. This contravariant tensor you have to take in a superscript, same position. A bar mu is equal to dou x bar mu is divided by dou x alpha into a superscript alpha. Dou x bar mu is divided by dou x bar mu is equal to dou x bar mu is divided by dou x alpha into A alpha. This is the superscript is there. This one we call it as a contravariant tensor of rank how much? Rank 1. Contra, how many indices are there? One indices is there. That's why we have to take the rank 1. Here also one indices is there, rank 1. Now you have to observe this definition. What statement they are given? A bar I means instead of mu I am writing. So what we have to write? Once you have to see A bar I is equal to dou x bar I is divided by dou xj aj. Here aj is what? Contravariant tensor of how much? Rank 1. Contravariant tensor of rank 1. Because why I have to take the rank 1? Here indices is 1. That's why we have to take the rank 1. Therefore, one more time you have to see, if the quantities A bar I in X bar I frame are related to the quantities Aj in Xj frame, by the relation A bar I is equal to dou X bar I by dou Xj into Aj, then Aj are called, so which vector it is? That is a contravariant tensor. Option B, according to the definition of the transformation law. So this transformation law execute A bar component in terms of the, so A bar component in terms of the A's, right? So that is the contravariant tensor. So some more two tensors are there. One is metric tensor, another one is the hypertensor. What are those things? Those things also we have to discuss. Now option C, once you have to see the metric tensor. This metric tensor we also call it as a Riemann tensor, all Riemann space. We also call it as a Riemannian tensor. Which tensor it is? Riemannian tensor. What is the Riemannian tensor? once you have to take the distance, ds square is equal to gij into dxi dxi superscript to dxj, where gij we call it as the first fundamental tensor. This tensor we call it as a first fundamental tensor or metric tensor. This one we also call it as the first fundamental tensor or metric tensor or Riemannian tensor. Which tensor it is? Riemannian tensor. Riemannian tensor or Riemannian space also. Riemannian tensor or Riemannian space also we have to take. So this is the metric tensor. One more is there. So what is that? Hypervariant matlab, suppose you have to take a, so option D you have to take. What is the hypervariant tensor? Where we are using this hypervariant tensor? Once you have to take the hypervariant tensor, this hypervariant tensor, that rank is greater than 3, rank is greater than 3 means, so you have to take the tensor rank is 4-dimensional tensor. It is the 4-dimensional or 5-dimensional tensor. You have to take a 5-dimensional tensor, 4-dimensional tensor or 5-dimensional tensor. That type of tensor we call it as a hypervariant tensor. Hypervariant tensor. In hypervariant tensor, what is existing? In hypervariant tensor, multiple hyperparameters of variations are there. Multiple hyperparameters, parameters of variations are there. Multiple hyperparameters of variations are there. What are the example? If you have to see the example in a machine learning, which learning it is? In a machine learning, there is a network, neuron networks are there. That neural networks can work in it uses with multiple hyperparameters of the variations. So that's why this tensor we call it as a hypervariant tensor. According to our option, which option is correct? Once you have to see whether it may be superscript is there, whether it may be superscript is there, then that tensor we call it as a contravariant tensor. Which tensor it is? Contravariant tensor. What is your answer? Your answer B is correct. Option A is wrong, option C is wrong, option D also wrong. Clear? Like this you have to learn the tensors. In this question, why I took this question? In this question, 4 varieties of tensors I have to teach to you. That's why I have to take to you. So tensors is very, very important in the physics. If you able to determine, if you able to explain the rigid dynamics and relativity, gravitation and machine learning, all these things we have to use by explain because of the tensors only. Clear? Now you able to see. If you really likes my teaching, please take the course CSIR and GATE physics. Otherwise, if you want to write the DL or JL physics, maybe next year July notification is going to come. Once notification will come, they will conduct the exam immediately. That's why you able to read. So these things previously you have to read, then only that time you have to revise the physics, entire physics content. That's why you able to take this app. My app is available on Play Store, that is Quantum Online Academy app. My mobile number is 9908437460. Right? If you have any doubt, you contact me. I will guide you how to join. So our courses will appear like this: CSIR and GATE physics, JL physics and DL physics will appear like this. So mathematical methods of physics course, individual courses also we started. This mathematical methods of physics complete portion is available on our app. This completed mathematical methods of physics is completed. Complete portion is available on our app. Now we started the classical mechanics. Maybe tomorrow onwards daily I have to take the classical mechanics. So this classical mechanics now is going on live plus recording. After this completion, it is also is available in our app. So you have to take only classical mechanics, you have to take the classical mechanics. Otherwise you have to take entire the portion, you have to choose this one. Thank you. So please share and subscribe our YouTube channel. Otherwise in YouTube also you have to learn all the topics from one question I have to teach to you. So you utilize this chance. Thank you so much.